When people imagine China, they often think of speed, power, and modern cities that never sleep. But hidden beneath that image is something far older, something quieter, and far more unsettling. Because this land doesn't just move forward, it remembers. And scattered across it are places that feel less like destinations, and more like warnings carved into the earth. Tonight, we begin that journey. The first place doesn't announce itself loudly. It stretches silently across mountains, deserts, and time itself. From a distance, it looks lifeless. Cold stone, endless curves. But when you step closer, you realize this structure has seen things. This is the Great Wall. Not a single wall, but a scar running across the land, built by hands that no longer exist. Brick by brick, it snakes over steep cliffs and deep valleys, refusing to follow easy paths, almost as if it was designed to test anyone who dares to walk it. As you climb, the steps suddenly change. Some rise sharply, stealing your breath. Others flatten out, giving you a false sense of safety. And then the wind hits. Standing on those heights, surrounded by forests and distant peaks, it's impossible not to feel small. In summer, green waves roll endlessly below. In winter, the wall vanishes beneath snow, turning into a frozen spine cutting through white silence. It was built to keep enemies out, but when you're alone up there, it feels like it's keeping something in. And just when you think nothing can feel more unreal than this, the landscape changes. Stone stops stretching horizontally and starts reaching straight up. Deep inside China, there's a place where the ground seems broken, where mountains don't rise like mountains anymore. They stand like towers. This is Zhangjiajie. Here, enormous rock pillars shoot into the sky, narrow and impossibly tall, as if the earth tried to escape gravity and failed halfway. Clouds drift between them, swallowing entire peaks, revealing and hiding them without warning. One moment, the stone columns are there. The next, they're gone. Mist wraps everything in silence, and the air feels heavy, like the land is watching. Trees grow from bare rock, clinging where life shouldn't exist, bending in strange shapes, as if shaped by unseen forces. Then there's the bridge, a thin path of glass, suspended between two massive cliffs. Beneath your feet, nothing but open air, and a drop so deep your mind refuses to measure it. Every step feels wrong. Every sound echoes. One crack, one mistake, and there's nowhere to go. Nearby, a massive glass elevator shoots straight up the cliff face, lifting people from the ground to the clouds in seconds. As it rises, the world falls away, and the silence returns. Monkeys watch from the trees. The wind whispers through stone corridors. And for a moment, civilization feels like an intruder. Standing there, it becomes clear. These places were never meant to be conquered. They were meant to be respected. And this is only the beginning. Because the next location on this journey doesn't rise into the sky. It flows quietly beneath it. And what happens next will shock you. The Li River. After the silence of stone and height, the journey changes direction. The land begins to soften. The air slows down. And suddenly, everything starts to flow. This is the Li River. At first glance, it doesn't demand attention. It doesn't rise or roar. It simply moves quietly, patiently, as if it knows something the rest of the world has forgotten. The water cuts gently through the land, and on both sides, strange limestone hills emerge from the earth. They aren't sharp or aggressive. They rise smoothly, rounded and calm, covered in deep green vegetation, standing so close to the river that it feels like they're guarding it. Then comes the illusion. The water is so clear, so still, that the mountains appear twice, once in the sky and once beneath your feet. Reflection and reality blend together until your eyes can no longer tell which world is real. There are no loud engines here, no rushing ferries, only narrow bamboo rafts drifting silently across the surface, guided by slow hands and steady balance. As the raft moves forward, the sound of water against bamboo becomes a heartbeat, pulling you deeper into the scene. Along the riverbanks, time seems frozen. Small villages rest quietly near the shore. Simple houses, narrow paths, smoke rising gently from cooking fires. Life here hasn't changed much in hundreds of years, and no one seems in a hurry to change it. Then you see them. Fishermen standing on slender rafts, balanced like shadows. Beside them, trained birds dive suddenly into the water, disappearing for a moment, then bursting back out. A fish clenched in their beaks. No nets, no machines. Just trust, tradition, and patience. As the sun begins to fall, the river transforms. Golden light spills across the water. The mountains darken into silhouettes. The reflections glow brighter than the sky itself. The world slows to a near stop. And for a moment, it feels like time itself has chosen to rest here. This view is so iconic, so deeply tied to China's identity, that it was immortalized on the country's currency. Visitors often stand at the river's edge, holding the banknote in their hands, trying to align paper with reality, only to realize the real scene is far more powerful. And just when the calm feels complete, the journey shifts again, from quiet water to absolute power. 4. The Forbidden City. In the heart of a modern capital, behind massive walls and wide gates, stands a place that once ruled an empire. The Forbidden City. From the outside, it looks imposing. From the inside, it feels overwhelming. For centuries, this place was sealed off from the world. Ordinary people weren't just discouraged from entering, they were forbidden. Crossing these gates without permission once meant death. Inside, everything is deliberate. Wide courtyards stretch endlessly, empty and open. No trees, no shade, no places to hide. This wasn't an accident, it was control. Nothing was allowed to block sightlines. Nothing was allowed to provide cover. The buildings glow in deep red and gold, colors chosen to project authority and divinity. Roofs shimmer under sunlight, visible from far away, reminding everyone who held power here. Step deeper, and the scale becomes unsettling. Thousands of rooms, endless corridors, doors leading to doors, each one hiding secrets, decisions, betrayals, and silence. Legend says there were once 9,999 rooms, a number chosen not for accuracy, but symbolism. In ancient belief, only the heavens deserved perfection. The emperor could come close, but never equal it. Every detail has meaning. Tiny animal figures line the rooftops, each representing protection, rank, or warning. Golden studs on massive doors aren't decoration. They're symbols of status. Stone carvings beneath your feet once guided royal processions and rituals. Inside the halls, artifacts whisper stories. Robes worn by emperors, dishes used for royal feasts, jewelry that never saw daylight outside these walls. These objects don't just show luxury, they reveal isolation. Because despite all this power, the people who lived here were trapped by it. Walking through these spaces doesn't feel like visiting ruins. It feels like trespassing inside history itself. And just when the weight of stone and empire feels too heavy, the land lifts you again. Higher, colder, closer to the sky. Huangshan, the Yellow Mountains. There are mountains. And then there are mountains that feel unreal. Huangshan belongs to the second kind. These peaks don't rise gently. They break through the landscape, jagged and dramatic, wrapped in mist that shifts without warning. The higher you climb, the less solid the world becomes. Ancient pine trees grow directly out of rock, their roots gripping stone with impossible strength. Twisted trunks lean outward, shaped by centuries of wind, ice, and survival. They don't look planted, they look stubborn. Then the clouds arrive, not drifting above, but below. A sea of white floods the valleys, swallowing everything beneath the peaks. Standing at the summit, you feel like you're floating above the world, isolated on an island made of stone. As dawn approaches, people gather silently, waiting. When the first ray of sunlight breaks through the clouds, the mountains ignite in gold and red. Shadows stretch. Mist moves like waves. The scene changes every second, never the same twice. The rocks themselves tell stories. Some resemble animals. Others look like human figures frozen in motion. Names have been given to them over generations, each tied to legends and imagination. One rock, in particular, appears like a monkey sitting still, staring out over the endless clouds. In winter, everything transforms again. Snow covers the peaks. Ice clings to branches. The trees sparkle like glass sculptures, fragile and unbreakable at the same time. The cold bites, but the beauty is ruthless. And hidden among all this are natural hot springs, steaming quietly, offering warmth to exhausted travelers who've climbed through wind, fog, and stone. It feels like the mountain is testing you, and then rewarding you. These places are not just landscapes. They are memories, warnings, stories written in stone, water, and sky. And the deeper you look into China, the more it becomes clear that these wonders are only the surface, because beyond them lies something even more mysterious. And what happens next will shock you.